On March 4, 2025, Donald J. Trump, in a move surprising absolutely nobody, addressed Congress. It was a grab bag of pronouncements, self-congratulations, and thinly veiled threats, all delivered with his trademark subtlety of a runaway monster truck. This wasn't just a speech, it was a 2-hour-long reminder that yes, he's still here, and no, he hasn't discovered humility. The setting, a joint session of Congress. The occasion, well, he's the president, so he gets to talk at them sometimes, the length over 100 minutes, a new record. Because if there's one thing Trump loves more than hearing himself talk, it's forcing everyone else to listen. He crowed about the economy, a subject he clearly understands with the depth and nuance of a puddle reflecting a skyscraper. Tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China? Apparently a stroke of genius. The stock market reacting like a toddler who dropped its ice cream cone? Fake news. And who needs experts when you have Elon Musk? Trump boasted that the Tesla CEO, now apparently in charge of finding government waste, had uncovered hundreds of billions in fraud. Never mind that the actual savings mentioned were a tad lower. Facts like pesky speed limits are clearly for other, less important people. The international stage wasn't spared Trump's unique brand of diplomacy. A reset with Ukraine was announced, presumably involving a strongly worded letter and possibly a timeshare presentation. Peace talks with Russia were also mentioned, because nothing says stability like two unpredictable leaders hashing things out. Then there was the capture of a high-ranking ISIS leader. A legitimate win, overshadowed by the fact that Trump seemed more excited about this than, say, preventing the attack that landed the guy on the most wanted list in the first place. Domestically, it was a greatest hits of Trumpism. The federal workforce? Slash and burn, especially those pesky diversity programs. Remember, inclusivity is for snowflakes, and Trump only tolerates one type of flake, the kind you find in a poorly run casino buffet. Future plans were a glorious mix of vagueness and bombast. Immigration? More enforcement, because walls worked so well the first time. Tax cuts? Sure, why not? Details are for accountants who are basically just math nerds with worse haircuts. Now you might think that a speech this divorced from reality would be met with, at the very least, polite coughs. But no, this is Trump's America, where the Republican Party line seems to be nod along and pray for a swift impeachment or alien invasion, whichever comes first. Democrats, however, were having none of it. Dozens of congresswomen led by Representative Teresa Leger Fernandez donned pink in a silent protest. Because nothing says we're not backing down like coordinating outfits. Think of it as a visual representation of the phrase "come at me, bro," but with better tailoring. Rep. Al Green, a man who clearly understands the phrase "go big or go home," opted for the verbal approach. His heckling earned him a prompt escort out of the chamber and later a censure vote. Because decorum apparently matters more than, say, addressing the fact that the president's economic plan sounds like it was written on a cocktail napkin by a seagull with access to a Sharpie. Senator Elissa Slotkin delivered the official Democratic response, which can be best summarized as "we're here, we're still sane, and someone please hide the nuclear launch codes." The overall tone of the night? Imagine a dumpster fire at a karaoke bar. Loud, messy, and with a distinct aroma of regret. Trump, true to form, called for unity while simultaneously lobbing verbal grenades at anyone who disagreed with him. It was a masterclass in hypocrisy, delivered by a man who thinks masterclass is a type of credit card. The address was a reminder that we're living in a political reality show, and the writers are clearly running low on both creativity and Adderall. The good news? At least this season can't last more than 4 years, probably.